Hey guys, this is continuation series of the Azure DevOps. In the last video, we'll make the work item and the capacity, and we customize the work item also. Okay, this is the continuation part of the previous video only. So guys, please check the previous video. In this video, we will actually further customize the work item, and we will add the grouping layout, and we can add the multiple field. We will add the validations and put up the rule also. So let's start up it. Change the process. First we will go in all process, and then we will go in Agile. Here we have projects by default. This project I need to change to the process to Wellness Agile and save it. Okay, once this is completed, then we'll go back to our project. This is our project. Now here in a board, we can go into any task, and here we can see we got a ticket detail, right? And this is coming ticket ID. So here we can pass the ticket ID also, and these things can be come into planning also. I added over here. It can become anywhere also. Ticket ID means suppose some QA have the different product like Jira or something else. There is assigning the ticket. So that ticket ID I can write down over here, and I can save it. That ticket ID will be always saved into database also. So this is the way we can add a new field also in a work item. Last time we created ticket details over here. This ticket detail we can show it in this column also and in this column also. So how to customize it? We can go in edit. We can select and save. This ticket detail will become over here. Okay. Even we can move it also up and down also. So how we'll do? We can just simply click move up. It will goes to up. If you have implementation, it always coming before the implementation. So like a way we can change it also. Another thing, suppose we already have bug epic feature. These are the work item. We wanted to create a new work item for stakeholder request. Means directly customer is requesting something. That request is not come under any user story, bug or task. That is, we wanted to make a totally different work item. So let's create a new work item that is called stakeholder request. Here I can just simply write on the descriptions. This is optional, but still we can write down. I can choose the icon. Suppose icon for stakeholder, I'm writing down this one, and the icon color will take it as we'll take this one. Okay, and create. So new work item is came over here. Here we can design according to our needs. So by default we have descriptions. We can add a more field. We have the development, deployment, and related task. So now if we'll see this work item, so to see, let me open this one into separate tab. Here we'll go in a board, and when we will create it over here, you can see stakeholder request is coming, and when we click, we get it only descriptions. It does not have another column because we didn't added anything, right? Over here we will add few field. Suppose here we'll go, so here we'll write down the priority label, and this would be the drop down. So we'll choose it from here. Pick list, that we can write down the pick list item. This is critical, high, medium, and no. So these are the item. After that we can go in options. This is required or not. We can write down also required. If you wanted to make the user to by default, the one of the field is actually by default should become. So whatever the request will be came from the stakeholder, it should be always critical. We should choose this one. Layout, where we wanted to be, make it this one. So it could be custom layout, or it should be the in existing one also. Layout means exactly where we wanted to place it. So I'm just adding it over here. So this is by default. We will get it actually pick list over here. So we'll go there. Once we refresh it, let's reload it. Here we can see we got it actually by default critical, but we can choose it any one of them also. And this is coming custom. Even we can change it also. So we can just right click and add it over here. And here we can write down request detail. Save it. Okay. So these things will become like a way. Similar to that, we can add few more items. We can right click and new field we can add, or either we can click it from here also. We can write down another field also. We'll go there, new field. Here we'll write down the estimated effort. This is text line only, and or we can write down estimated effort into number also. This is integer. Options, this is fine. Layout, where we wanted to place. In the request detail only we wanted to place it, or even we can create it our own also group. So suppose I wanted to give it estimated and add field. This field is coming over here, but we can change it, add it, and we can write down this field will be go over here. Okay, inside into the request detail, or we can actually move this one also completely to layout also. Okay, complete layout also we can move. Hide from the layout, we can move. Actually we need to refresh one time, then might be that options will become yes. add it. Now we'll actually going to over here, so this will become over here. So let's refresh it also over here. Now we can see estimated also coming up. So like here we can write down. Another thing is we have state. So we have by default 3 states: new, active and close. Means the user can change it over here. Once I save it, suppose I will give it title, suppose Google login request. We get it from the customer, will save it. Now we can see we have 3 options: new, active and close. Here active means this is progress. If you wanted to change, or we wanted to be added exactly one more request type, or we wanted to be added actually one more state, we can add it also. So how we can add? Just click on the new state and we can add, and even we can move up and down also. This is in progress. In progress we can add it a few more also. Suppose I wanted to be rename this one in progress one. This is fine. This is name. Suppose I wanted to rename this one, so I will just click on edit. This is the name actually by default we have. This is in progress, we are getting it, but we can change it any one of them, like completed, remove, resolved, all this we can change it also. And this is the color will we get it, right? So these are the default things we coming, guys, but we can change it also. If we wanted to change, if we wanted to move into this purpose to the somewhere else, we can change it also. Or if you wanted to be add a new one, suppose I wanted to check a reviewed one, and that should be goes into proposed, and the color is suppose blue is fine, then the review also will become. So once we refresh it, we'll get one more option that is called review. So like we can add the state also. Another one, in the layout only we can add a group also. Suppose I wanted to be add a new group is like business info, and that I wanted to be added. We can choose it any layout, whatever we like it, we can add directly, and this will become over here. Inside in it we can add a new field also. Suppose here we wanted to be add a business owner name, or here we wanted to be add the customer name. This should be as a text box, or we can choose one of them, identity, anything. Identity means the user will type their name with the help of the @ options, where we wanted to be required, allow, assign to group, that we can choose it one of them. Set default value to the user or a group, we can choose it also this one. Layout, that is come into the business info only. Let's add it. So this information will become over here. So let's refresh this one, existing one. So this will become over here. Here we can choose one of the name also. This is identity name. So whatever the user is actually coming is over here, so we can choose it over here and we can save it also. These information we can add it. So guys, we can customize this one, we can customize this one, we can add the new work item, we can add the status also. We know actually how to change the area, iterations. Reason is also we can change this deployment also. We know actually how to link the deployment. This will be seen in the next sections. And here also we have some option. If you wanted to be add a new page, so that page also we can add it from here only. So let's add the new page also. So here we will add suppose requirement. We can edit anything like requirement or checklist for deployment also, BRD document or something. It could be any page also. So here this page will become. In this requirement we need to add the fields. We need to add the same way, guys. So in the requirement, actually I need requirement. So here we'll be write down document. In the document, here we'll make the document name. Here we'll write down the requirement. Suppose here we will write down the date, and we will choose over here date and time. Options, layout, all these things are fine. We will actually make it a custom only, and we will add it. We can change the group also. Suppose here I wanted to be write down details, add. Okay, similar to that we can add a few more field over here or either here only. And suppose here I'm adding the new field is request name, a requirement, and here I'm write down a requester. This requester only I'm adding. So this will become over here. So let's go there, just refresh it. Here we'll see requirement came. Now we'll go there. Now we can fill the date when the requirement came and who requested, that we can write down over here. So all this information we can edit over here. So what we understand, we can customize the complete work item also. According to what requirement we have, we can customize it. Let's take one more scenario. In the wellness agile, we have bug. Here we'll create a first a new field. The field is resolution summary, and this is resolution summary, and this could be the multi-line layout where we wanted to place it. This could be effort hour here, or it could be below the system info also. I can just place the below the system info. In this one, this is fine. Let's add it. This will become over here. So when we refresh the existing bug, it will come over here. So now we wanted to make a rule. So if we resolve this bug, then we should be fill the resolution summary also. So let's make a rule. We click it, new rule. Here we'll give the rule name. Result resolution is the name. Conditions when we wanted to do this. So when we have when state is changed to the result, so we'll have the state. So here we'll choose if work item state is suppose resolved, then what action we wanted to take it. So here we will take an actions. We wanted to make it required. So which field we wanted to make it required? We wanted to make it required of resolution summary. Otherwise we don't want to make it required. So this one we wanted to make it required only when we will actually work item state to change to resolved, then this will be the required. So let's save it. This is our bug item. We'll go there. Let's create a new bug. Login page is not working. Okay, let's make it simple one only. And here we'll save it. Suppose user will be make a resolved also, so that this is actually we can say this red color is came. Now he need to fill something, then only he able to save it also. So like we can make it rule also. Make it one more rule. Suppose this rule is actually the remaining work. We wanted to be change it. Any name we can give. So we wanted to give the remaining work here. Whenever any state we will change to done of any work item or any task, then we want it to be the whatever the remaining work, it should be goes to the 0 1. So here work item state is suppose closed, we can say closed or done. Then what action we wanted to take it, we wanted to be the value, that is we can do copy the value, we can do set the value, which field value we wanted to send it, we wanted to send it the remaining work, and that value goes to the 0. Okay, so because once we close the down, so remaining work also should be goes to the automatically 0 also. So we'll go there and we will suppose save it. We will create a new task, and or we can take the existing task also. Suppose this is a task. Here this task is completed. Now marking as a close. So we can see this is actually, so one second, let me come back. So we'll go there. So right now is remaining is 12, right? So when I close it, you can see when I just choose the close, this is goes to the 0. It will clear it. Okay, and we'll save it also. Right, so like a way we can make a rule and we can change it also. Anything, so any kind of rule we can make it also. Another thing is, suppose this is one of the tasks we have and I wanted to change the type of this task. Suppose this is a task we made it, but it could be the bug, it could be the user story, anything. So how we will change it? We can just right click on this one, change the type, and from here we can choose it what the type we wanted to make it. Once we can choose it, and we can just write on the description why we change it and what is the reason of the changing of this one, and click on OK. Another way, we can go into the board or the backlog. Here we can see we have the number of tasks also. Another one is, if you suppose you wanted to change the work item type or status, or you wanted to assign to somebody, we can select the multiple work item in the backlog or anywhere also, backlog or sprint or anywhere also where it can possible. Here multiple work item we can select, and here we can say assign to. We can directly assign to one of the user, and we can edit also directly. Edit means whatever the common field we can edit also. We can choose the field and that we can assign all the equal value also. So here we have the multiple option if you wanted to do on multiple work item. So for example, we wanted to move this work item to this iterations, we wanted to add a link to this work item to somewhere else, we'll change the parent, we'll change the type, or we can add into the branch also. So all these things can be possible in the bulk of the work item from selecting the work item in the backlog, and we can just actually clicking on this dot and we will get this option also.